Jacob.
I'm Yuri.
Go for a drive.
2019 Toyota Tundra
TRD Pro Crew Max.
So there's different sizes.
Yes.
You know I get confused on the sizes.
Yeah. This is the big one.
Okay.
This is the big long one.
And they don't make a two-door version of it, just a suicide version.
They actually don't have suicide doors for Toyotas.
What is it?
It's just regular little half doors that open the proper way, not suicide way.
Okay. And like everything Toyota TRD in 2019, we've got a cool blue.
Voodoo blue. Love this blue.
So let's get to the horsepower and torque.
381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque from a 5.7 liter I-Force V8.
No turbos, no nothing.
Nothing, just air, no extra air.
So this is very old school.
It is very old school, but let's get back to that horsepower and torque. Love it. It is what I wanted from the 4Runner. This V8 belongs in that 4Runner. So those aren't crazy numbers, but this engine is really good. Like, it's nice and quick. It's not super fast. It feels a little bit slower than the Ram, but I really like it.
Yes, it's definitely very powerful, and it sounds good too.
Exactly. So the sound is like the biggest thing. So it might not be the fastest, but it sounds like it's the fastest, which is the most important thing.
It sounds old school.
Exactly. What else is old school about this? 6-speed automatic transmission. Shifts pretty good, but it's no 10-speed from like today's cars and trucks. Let's talk about how old school this is. It was so refreshing to get into this thing. When I saw things that I call features, like a USB port, I got so excited. I didn't expect this to have anything.
How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4?
One.
Nice.
We have one USB port, and it doesn't even charge my phone fast enough. There's not enough voltage. It just says charging slowly.
I noticed right away getting in, it was like pretty much exactly like the 4Runner.
Pretty much, yep.
Which is like, we talked about it a lot. It's a very comfortable feeling.
Yeah, it's just nice. It's not overwhelming. You know exactly where everything is, except the heated seats. If you need to find those, where are those, Yuri?
Okay, well, if it's a Toyota, that means the heated seats are probably low and out of sight.
And they are low and out of sight, and you cannot see the driver position one no matter what you do unless you look like this awkwardly.
Dangerous.
Yeah, very.
So this is their largest pickup truck.
Yes, it is.
There is the Tacoma,
Yes,
which is the smaller one. Is that one more popular than this?
I think so.
I feel like you see a lot more Tacomas, but for like the big guys doing big towing, I see a lot more Tundras.
Yeah, and speaking of towing, this thing can tow 9,200 pounds. Very respectable.
Still don't know how much that is, but it seems like a bigger number than most of the trucks we drive.
Exactly, it's a pretty good number.
Oh, and one more quick thing I want to clear up. What does TRD mean?
Toyota Racing Development.
Okay, but this isn't a race truck,
No.
but TRD puts cool stuff on stuff.
Yeah, so they do off-roady stuff as well. It's like Ford's SVT that they used to do with the Raptor. Shout out Raptor. Looking forward to getting mine. So the biggest thing that they upgraded for this year, making it more off-roady, is the Fox shocks. What else has Fox shocks? Raptor.
I'm about those Multimatic shocks.
No.
ZR2.
No way. Raptor shocks, aka Fox shocks, so much better.
Well, we don't actually know.
No, I know.
You know?
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't like how the Multimatic ones felt compared to the Fox shocks.
And how are these Fox shocks?
They're fantastic. I think I could jump this thing. Jump! No, we didn't get permission to jump it.
We have no jumps here.
Exactly. So there's no drive modes, there's no desert mode, there's no Baja mode, there's none of that stuff. We have drive and sport, and we can also change our 4 low, 4 high, 2 high. Now the weirdest thing that I noticed, all of these buttons to adjust your climate are you adjust the actual arrows. This one, you twist the thing and the arrow stays. A little bit different. I don't know why they did that for that one knob.
Well, that one's also black and these ones are silver.
Yeah, maybe they did that so that you wouldn't accidentally hit it.
Anyways, I like all the buttons. It's that old school thing, just like the 4Runner. Volume knob, tuning knob.
Yeah, you could pretty much just punch all the buttons here. They're so big. They're not like little glove buttons or anything like that. Like everything's big, nice, meaty, love it. And since we're at Cliche Corner, might as well talk about some handling. This thing has tons of body roll, as you would expect from a truck that is destined to go off-road. But it's so comfortable to drive on the road. Like, tons of body roll makes this comfortable. It drives really well for a truck. It's almost car-like, but it's nowhere close to like a Ridgeline or something like that. It still feels trucky.
It does feel trucky, but it doesn't feel overwhelmingly trucky. Like
that's exactly it.
For the size, it was easy to drive.
Yeah, it's so good.
Where the F250, which was, yeah, obviously bigger, was such a pain to drive around.
Yeah, and I haven't driven the previous one with the Bilstein shocks, but these Fox shocks are legitimately amazing. This truck drives amazing.
It's comfy.
It is.
Do you want to continue talking about the interior before we get to the looks and the rest?
Yes.
It's so nice in here.
It's really nice in here.
Very luxurious for a truck.
Yeah, so it's not over the top. It's like just enough. You got soft touch where you want it, cheap plastic where you want it, which is all down here.
Cool brushed steel looking materials, cool aluminum looking materials, soft touch materials with stitching on the dash.
Barely any gloss black, like fantastic.
But on gloss black, we do have Tundra in gloss black, and it actually looks pretty cool.
It does look cool, and I would never touch that, so I don't mind it.
I would touch it just to feel the texture.
The seats are pretty comfortable, but I don't think they're the most comfortable. I think the Ram is slightly more comfortable than these seats.
I'd say these are pretty much just as comfortable as the Ram ones, but these ones have a cool TRD Pro written on them.
And some red stitching and all that stuff. And back seat room is very good. You can also fold those seats up, get some little extra room for your dog or groceries or whatever you want to store back there.
And they're split fold, unlike the Ranger,
Exactly.
which is not in the same class, but whatever.
And then we also have my favorite button in the world. I could press this and drop that whole rear glass all the way down.
Just like the 4Runner.
Which is the coolest thing ever.
I like that Toyota has that gimmick.
It's so cool.
We also have a huge armrest with tons of room for stuff, but there's no like separate compartments.
I know, I noticed that too, and I would like some separate compartments in there.
I think it'd be nice like the Ram had.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is old school, so it's like, here's your hole, fill it with whatever you want.
This is pretty much the same interior since like 2007.
And then we've got a lot more room for other stuff, but like you said earlier, everything is slippery.
Yeah, so there's no rubberized textures anywhere, so as soon as you put something down, it's just sliding everywhere.
But we do have 3 cup holders, and it does fit this Starbucks Grande.
Oh, and we also have a Tim Hortons over here.
Medium. It's been a busy week. I don't know about small. We'll find out later.
Maybe. So with the cup holder test out of the way, visor test.
3, 2, 1.
Yes!
Perfect.
That's a full pass.
Okay, now let's talk about the gauges.
Gauges are so simple, extremely well laid out, everything I want. There's not too much, not too little.
And it's like very Toyota to be simple. All their cars are very simple.
I like it, especially in this truck. In certain cars, like you want some cars to have some sort of technology because every other car in that segment has more technology.
Like the Supra, right?
Well,
Like
that's the one that you don't want that much technology because you want a manual transmission. But anyways.
Yeah, but then you get BMW to
Yeah.
keep up with the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Oh no, no Android Auto.
Yeah.
How about
Speaking
this one?
of, this doesn't have either.
No, that's
Does it
fine.
rewind satellite radio?
No,
Absolutely not.
but you don't care in cars like this.
Exactly. Trucks.
Trucks like this.
And this doesn't have any lane keep assist. It only has lane departure warning, but it has adaptive cruise. However, it doesn't work at low speed, so you can't use it in traffic.
And that's what that little radar is at the front.
Exactly.
Which matches pretty well with the rest of the grille.
Do you want to talk about looks when you drive?
Yes.
Right now?
Yes. I'm gonna send it.
Go ahead.
Whoa.
Not bad, eh? Sounds so good, too.
It sounds good. Tires slipping.
Yeah, exactly. And that's with traction on.
I can't, it's probably a burnout machine.
It would be.
Okay, so let's talk about the looks. What is the most striking part of this truck?
Well, aside from the voodoo blue, the gigantic grille.
To me, it's those 2 scoops.
Oh, the 2 fake hood scoops? They're both fake. Both!
Yeah, but they look cool.
They do look cool. And it is a Toyota thing, so they also have on the 4Runner.
Okay, so back to that grille. It does say Toyota up front.
Yes, the Heritage grille.
And then we've got the little radar below, which blends in, I think, pretty good to the rest of the grille pattern.
And then we have Rigid Industries fog lights. A lot of people put those on their truck after, so Toyota's like, we're just gonna put them on for you factory.
And what's very nice about this is that all of the light temperatures match.
Yeah, exactly. They're all the same HID-ness or LED-ness.
That's cool. That's refreshing for an old school Toyota.
Yes, no halogen mixed with LED.
The next thing that I noticed looking very cool about this truck is the TRD Pro stamps everywhere and the Tundra stamps.
Yeah, so the TRD Pro stamped bed is obviously only on the TRD Pro, but every other Tundra gets Tundra stamped into the tailgate.
I also like how it says Toyota on the door handle.
And since we're talking about the back end, you get color match rear bumpers and that exhaust.
Yeah, you get TRD Pro tips.
Yes, it is a TRD Pro system, but I believe you can get an even louder one through Toyota as an accessory.
That would be fun.
It would be fun.
But this thing does drone a little bit.
A little bit. It doesn't bother me at all.
By the way, Jacob named the straight pipes, not me.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
he's more about that than I am.
I like loud cars a lot.
I like electric cars too.
I like electric cars too,
like
but
the
I like
sound.
a lot V8s.
And then overall proportions of this truck compared to other trucks. How do you think it fits in? Like this compared to the Denali we did, maybe against the Ram. Do you like this shape more than the other ones?
I think I like the Ram profile shape from the side, but I think I like the Tundra front end the most.
Okay, how about this compared to the F-150, dare I say, Raptor?
Well,
view?
the Raptor wins for sure.
Okay, how about
regular F-150? No.
How about the Shelby F-150?
Good question. I'm gonna go with this one still.
I think this is the best, like, all-around looking truck. Like, proportional-wise from every single angle, I think they nail it more on this than other ones do.
Yeah, I agree.
And all of the badges are black on the TRD Pro.
Yeah, not chrome. My favorite part of seeing this truck driving is seeing the red Fox shocks through the wheel gap. It's so cool.
I love when I can see colored shocks on trucks. I know it means a little bit more business than everyone else.
Yeah, and then if you look underneath it, you actually have Fox external reservoirs in the back.
And what about the wheels? They're black, which matches pretty much everything else from TRD Pro.
They're BBS forged, and I love BBS wheels. I don't like the design of these ones, but I love that they're BBS forged wheels because those are so legit.
And what is the Continental recommended tire for this truck?
It's actually the General Grabber APT, so Continental owns General tires as well.
And General is more off-roady.
Exactly. You can get a Continental for this, but the recommended one would be the APT because this is an off-roady truck.
Yeah, and we want off-roady tires.
Exactly. So that we can jump it.
Next time. Oh, I've got a little thing I noticed from this compared to the TRD Pro 4Runner.
What's that?
This used to be a volume button. Now it's a phone pickup hang-up button.
Interesting. You're right, actually.
Yeah, that's my little quirk and feature for the day.
A little Yuri spot.
And I guess that pretty much covers it, so let's get into the price.
So for the Crew Max that we're driving, $65,842.
Canadian.
That is 100% accurate.
What do you mean?
Well, Canadian.
Okay. So is that a good price?
I think that's a really good price, actually.
Well, like, how long has this one been around for with the same motor and everything?
A very long time.
And they're still running, or else they wouldn't be making them that way.
The resale value on these is stupid good.
So like you're missing out on certain features that you might get in a Ram, but at least you know what you're getting and how long it'll probably last for.
Yeah. Would you take this or the Ram Rebel?
And this is to keep and then resell later?
This is you're going to purchase.
I don't know, because I don't know if I'd want more technology stuff and CarPlay and like rewinding satellite radios, or I'd want to be able to like sell this for a better price later and like know how long it'll last for.
My decision is this truck, the Tundra TRD Pro.
This or a first year 6.2 liter orange Ford Raptor. This brand new or a used Raptor?
Definitely the Raptor.
Yeah, you don't even care?
1000%. I want that 2010 6.2 liter V8 orange on orange Raptor.
Okay, this or the Sierra Denali that we reviewed on 3. 1, 2, 3.
This.
Any other trucks?
Just a regular F-150? This.
Yeah, because I mean, it doesn't have rewinding satellite radios anyways. Like CarPlay, I could do without, I think. And I think this looks better too.
Yeah.
So let us know where this lines up in your truck ranking system.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get a notification every Tuesday and Friday at 8 a.m.
Patreon.com/TheStraightPipes and join our YouTube membership.
Boom!
And Teespring.
Yes.
I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. Subscription break. Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe right now. Subscribe. We didn't do that.